Okay, so My Hero Academia is back, and after the amazing villain we just had, I was pretty excited to see what we're gonna get next. And then I heard that he was a YouTuber. I've got a lot to say on that topic, because I am too. Clearly, because you're watching. Okay, full transparency, I'm a YouTuber. And obviously, in the sense that I'm here on Getting the Robot, duh. See, here on Getting the Robot, I'm more a part of a group of people who do YouTube, as opposed to my other channel, shameless plug, Kurt Ritchie, check it out, where I am the sole guy making all the degenerate content. I've got 200,000 subs on my channel, I have fans, I do brand deals, and I'm an influencer. And saying that is disgusting. Social media influencer talk is inherently cringy and boring. So I was a bit concerned when I heard that Gentle, Criminal and La Brava were doing the whole YouTube thing too. When I heard about it, the first thing that came out of my mouth was a giant groan. Even in really good shows or projects, it's really hard to make a good, not cringy take on social media. Non-anime examples here, so please don't get mad at me. Young Justice, which is a great show that added a social media element to it and it made the whole thing feel hella corny. Black Mirror, amazing show. Makes me feel existential dread all the time. I love it. Social media episode, made me think, but also made me think about turning it off. It was kind of corny. Yeah, it was not a good episode. It was not a good episode at all. It was good in concept. Social media currency. You didn't like my opinion? Down 4 stars. No. Dory's cool, up 3 stars. Yay. One of my favorite games that I never played, Spider-Man PS4.
You just watch it?
Yeah, I just watched it.
Oh, come on.
Dude, I don't have a PS4. With its great storytelling and amazing flow, had a side villain that was so boring and corny that it made me cringe just thinking about it. And she was supposed to be that way. Anytime a brand makes tries to connect with internet culture, it always comes off bad because connecting with internet culture is hard. Like, memes are so obscure. One of the funniest things I ever seen was Lord Farquaad deep fried with an E. Hilarious. Why? Why? It's hard to connect with social media. For real, it's hilarious. It makes no sense. So I'd like to do a little investigation, if you will. Who's the bigger villain here? The actual villain who does YouTube or YouTubers? Number 2 will shock you. Alternative titles, why a man who robs a bank has better values than me. I say that all to say there's a special art to adding social media to media. So it was pretty hard for me to give Gentle a fair shot. I mean, who exactly are we dealing with here? He's a British hero who dresses like a nerd and has a quirk that allows him to make elastic barrier things. When you see him for the first time, he's straight up robbing in broad daylight. Sounds like a social media stunt to me. And oddly enough, sounds exactly like a dude who would start a YouTube channel. He checks all the cringy influencer boxes, from telling La Brava to keep filming, to being a high school dropout who couldn't get a real job if he tried, to being paid in exposure. But here's the thing, somehow, to me, I don't think it's that bad. Give me a second, let me explain. Like, I don't know, he seems like somewhat of a good guy. Basically, Horikoshi made a villain that was so cringy, it turned out pretty good. It was okay. And dare I say, I'm pretty sure he's more ethical than a lot of influencers out there. All right, so number 1, pulling in the views. Okay, so question, why did you click this video? Exactly. Maybe you like our channel, thanks. Maybe you saw my face in the thumbnail and went, hey, that's the dude that talks about hentai. No thanks. The reality is because you clicked the video because I kind of made you. Essentially, I'm the ultimate manipulator. Insert evil laugh that my throat does not have in. Here's an ominous sip of tea. What I mean is, as a YouTuber, I want you to click my videos, but not for evil reasons. It's because I want to tell a story that I hope you're interested in. And YouTubers need to make videos that people are interested in, or else they can't keep doing YouTube. So you'll see a lot of people pulling bigger and bigger stunts, just trying to get outraged clicks or doing things that are straight up bad, just because. Like David Dobrik having increasingly crazier and crazier topics and titles, or Mr. Beast literally giving out $1 million. Like, who does that for 30? They had to stand on that thing for 36 hours, yo. On YouTube, it's pretty common for things to push for bigger and bigger spectacle. And this tracks with our anti-hero too. We're trying to get you to click by doing things that seem very entertaining. And technically, that's manipulation. Just kind of evil. Gentle is always planning a stunt that will get more views than his last. Because even if he thinks he gets paid in exposure, that's not a real thing. Trust me, I have artists that I pay, and I don't think they'd be too kindly if their taxes said I paid them in exposure. You need views to make the whole YouTuber thing work. So it's no surprise that he's robbing a bank right off the bat. And I mean, okay, not gonna lie, from my perspective, I robbed a bank, solid YouTube title, all right? I get it. It is. Don't shake your head at me disappointingly. No. Think of like Kurt Ritchie, Dory Sachs, rob bank on Getting the Robot. They'd be like, you'd be a little interested. Come on, you'd be a little interested. Those anime in public videos really getting demonetized. Check us out on Coffee. So as far as YouTubers go, I think Gentle's pretty normal. The scary thing is though that a bank robbery is oddly enough still not the worst thing to be posted on YouTube. Word to Logan Paul and a lot of really bad apology videos. Keep this in. I'm sorry. But the fact that Logan Paul is probably the only other like comparable comparison probably puts him on the lower tier of the ethical YouTubers. Real low tier. So in this round of who's worse, YouTubers or villains, I gotta give this one to the YouTubers. Because you know, we didn't rob banks this time. Time to spill some more tea. Number 2, being authentic. So on YouTube, one of the biggest things you can have is transparency. Audiences want creators to be real with them. Which is why I'm always asking y'all to donate to our coffee. My realness usually gets us demonetized. But even if YouTubers promise transparency and authenticity, that's not always what we get. For example, remember when prank channels got exposed for having fake pranks? Which is probably for the best because who was actually out here scaring their friends into thinking they're gonna kill them? There's a video where someone kidnapped their friend and was gonna kill them.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. Ha. Being real is super important on a platform that's all about face-to-face interactions. So how real is Gentle Criminal? Once again, he's robbing people, probably not the best, ethical thing. Okay, but oddly enough, he leaves the money behind, which is some of the most influencer I've heard of. For him, it's not about actually stealing the money. It's about pulling an outrageous stunt for views, which again, is a lot realer than a lot of other channels, but you know what I'm saying. All right, legit, on my scale, stealing money, but not actually taking it is leagues better than scaring your friend into thinking he's about to die. But that's just me. Or stealing money from subscribers in the form of ticket sales to your event. Tanacon. So to be fair, Gentle Criminal isn't being 100% authentic. I mean, he could have took the money if he wanted to. He's a properly real kind of dude, and if any part of his videos are fake, I'm pretty happy it's the stealing other people's money part. He also clearly has a set of values behind his stunts. And he's definitely not afraid to be his cringy yet lovable self. So he's moving up in the rankings a little bit. There are plenty of very authentic YouTubers out there and plenty of super fake YouTubers. But I think Gentle falls somewhere in the middle. So once again, YouTubers are worse than actual villains on this one. Number 3, why are they doing this in the first place? But all that really just leads to the most crucial part of this whole examination. Why the are you not taking the money? Homie, if you're gonna commit crimes, you gotta go all the way. That's why people make YouTube videos. Shout out to all the kids that ate Tide Pods. Y'all are committed, and I respect that. But really though, why? And usually the most acceptable answer, at least in my eyes, is the good old classic, because they love making videos and are passionate about the topic. Gentle straight up says why he does this. He wants to be famous, which okay, respect for knowing what you're about. I mean, on the bright side, he doesn't do it for the money, so there's that. Somehow he's already made it leagues ahead of your regular YouTuber, like myself. Bet there isn't a single mid-roll on his videos. But recognition and fame aren't exactly pure motivations. Like, I'm an introvert, so the thought of everyone knowing me gives me anxiety. But what Gentle Criminal wants is much deeper than that. He wants to prove himself and show the world what he stands for. And despite being a literal criminal, I gotta admit, I can respect that. He even says that his videos are all about putting a tasteful spin on his selfish actions. And if that isn't YouTube in a nutshell, I don't know what is. However, I don't know if the reason I respect him is because I see what he's doing and appreciate it, or dislike what I'm doing. Because I've definitely done some wild stuff for the views. YouTube's about transparency, right? Well, a while ago, back on my channel, I uploaded a video called Why Stalking is Okay. Like, I don't actually think stalking is okay. But uploading a video with a title like that is a lot like robbing a bank, beating 4 people, and then just leaving the money behind. The video was just provocative and clicky for the sake of being provocative and clicky. I don't even have to fall through with the title to get the reaction I want from the viewers. But because Gentle isn't in it for the money, I gotta say that once again, he is less villainous than YouTubers. It's fine to want money and fame, but Gentle is super upfront about it. He wants your views, he wants your exposure, he wants to go viral. At least he's saying it straight up. Finally, one of the key things that make a YouTuber is their fans. And for Gentle, that's La Brava. She's a day one fan, the kind that has all notifications turned on and comments first on every video. So shout out to all the Getting the Robot fans like La Brava. You make me feel like a super villain too. And like actual YouTubers, it's not super clear if La Brava's obsession with Gentle is a good thing or totally toxic. Toxic content can attract toxic fans, then all of a sudden you're making another video about anime you can't watch in public, and I'm talking about Gentle here. But making videos about positive topics can attract a positive audience. In Gentle's case, it seems like La Brava is drawn in by the whole vigilante thing, which I can see. Gentle's a man of mystery, and even if he isn't great at YouTube, I can see why he has fans. La Brava is that super fan who ends up moderating her favorite channel's Discord, but in this case, she's literally managing Gentle's entire channel. There's some light okay boomer vibes coming from Gentle. It's clear this guy isn't a YouTube expert, but that's where La Brava comes in. She re-uploads his videos when they get taken down, films and edits for him, and just generally gives him a lot of encouragement. For free, no less. Pay her, dog. Her fandom literally fuels his power. That's a pretty straightforward metaphor for a YouTuber and their audience, so it tracks. But La Brava's intensity is a little much. It's a good thing Gentle likes her, because otherwise she'd be the one making a video called Why Stalking is Okay. And Gentle has to deal with the side of having a social media following too. His like to dislike ratio is literally 100% dislike, my dude. Even the original Sonic trailer has a better ratio than that. He also gets recognized on the street by Deku and then has to kick his ass. But one thing I'll say about Gentle, he doesn't seem to get fazed by all of the online hate. That's pretty cool, because it's really hard to have thick skin when you're putting yourself out there for a bunch of internet strangers every day. I don't really see Gentle as the type of YouTuber to harass his fans or start flaming people on Twitter. He just accepts his horrible like to dislike ratio and demonetized videos and moves on. So yeah, this literal villain, once again, is better than YouTubers. It's not looking good for us. And now, number 5, performance. So this one's actually kind of a softball for the YouTubers, because I gotta throw them a bone at this point. They've lost everything. But I think it's pretty hilarious to watch Gentle's videos get horrible views, mean comments, and that bad dislike ratio I mentioned. Meanwhile, someone re-uploaded Stain's speech from back in season 1, and it's got millions of views and 10,000 comments. If that isn't the life of a YouTuber, I don't know what is. You can labor over a video for weeks, months even, then someone films their baby on their dog, and the next thing you know, the baby and the dog are on Ellen, and you're still here in the studio. I'm not hurt, I'm not bitter. Anyways, Gentle really seems to suck at YouTube, which is maybe why he's a tolerable influencer in the first place. He's super sincere but bad at the internet. So finally, for once, this round goes to the actual YouTubers. Gentle is worse at YouTube than you are. So congrats everyone. Now all in all, I gotta admit, I think our Gentle Criminal is a more respectable YouTuber than most, which is very surprising. He's a literal criminal. And he probably doesn't have mid-rolls on his videos, which is insane to me. You got a 10-minute video with no mid-rolls? Oh my God, you're a saint. Raid. And regardless, his antics come off as not too shallow and not too corny. And I think there's something a bit lovable about that. Like me, hopefully. Although I'm a bit scared about our execution moving forward, I think he's gonna be a pretty lovable villain and a fun little time before the next real big bad comes up. And he's low-key captured my heart with his criminal-ass channel. And mine. I'm Kurt, this is Again the Robot, Main NYC, because that's where we spill tea.